zone you're a part of. In my time zone, I'm right at 6. It's actually 6:08 a.m. in the morning because I'm part of Central Time anyway. And I digress. In today's video, ladies and gentlemen, and I also wanted to welcome you once again back to my channel, Caprice, aka Caps Social Network. And in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, let me adjust my phone a little bit because it's kind of crooked. I want to talk about people, married people specifically, who just cannot leave their exes alone. Mostly people who they already had kids when prior to marrying their current spouse. And do you want to know why? Because a lot of these people who just can't leave their exes alone by marriage, that, in other words, usually the parents of their kids from a prior relationship, and in some instances a prior marriage, is due to a simple fact that they can't get over how good the sex was, even if they either ex-husband or ex-wife may have cost them hell, may have been some of the most toxic spouses who they ever got involved in, just toxic people, period, that they ever got involved in by being married to those people. These people who just can't get over their spouses, their ex-spouses, can't leave them alone due to how good the sex was. Now, some of you may disagree with me as I give you my feedback, both my feedback and my perspective on this here topic, but it's true. Because, guys, think about how many times you may have arranged to meet up with your kids, I start to say cows, but child's mother, or in some instances mothers, the be able to let them get custody of the kids that you had by them or currently have by them. And I'm referring specifically to the kids under the ages of 13 or age of 13. How many times you may have arranged to meet up with them, come to their houses, your ex's houses, the woman, in other words, the woman who you may have had your kids by, and them to come to the door while coming over to their place, only to right away sneak the kids off to a private area, mostly to the kids' room or rooms in the house, and for them to do all they can to tempt you while you being a married man to get back with them. And these women may, for instance, do sneaky things such as either calling you or texting you. Now, if you're married, texting you in some instances to bring them the kids, just due to the simple fact of how some of times it may be a case where the kids may be telling you how they may miss their mama and may want to be around their mama, get to see their mama. On the other hand, and on the flip side, she may be so sneaky and conniving where she may text you, or in some instances DM you, that's if both of you are pretty active on social media, saying how she misses from being around the kids, from having the opportunity to get to see her kids that she may have had by you. So you may end up falling for her game by taking her kids over to her place to let her get the time to spend with her kids that she may have had by you or may have still by you currently. And she may do things by like coming to the door with a sexy nightgown, either in black or red, with nothing underneath the gown. Of course, she won't come to the door like that, showing you how she's not wearing anything underneath the gown, due to how she wants to not expose the kids to things of that nature. But as soon as she may get the kids off to their rooms, to their bedrooms, she may happen to seduce you by taking off her gown when you're not looking. As soon as you may be out on your way out the house, to spend time with your current wife. She may, and some of you may have literally experienced a case or scenario of this magnitude, of this regard, whereas you may happen to drop off your kids to your ex-wife after your wife text messages you saying how much she may miss the kids and want to get more time to spend with them, especially if she happens to be a toxic parent, and how that may have been one of the main reasons you may have, in some instances, although more women file for divorce as opposed to men, if you may be a man that may have filed for divorce on behalf of the mother, or in some cases mothers being such a toxic parent or parents, it may come a case where while you're with your current and new wife, and you may be happier than you've ever been with your current or new wife due to how your kids' mother or mothers, how toxic of a parent they happen to be the whole while, and negligent of a parent while being married to your ex-wife. It may come a case where, she may have arranged to have you bring the kids over, and that will be part of her ulterior motive, just so she could be able to seduce you and tempt you back into getting back with her, becoming intimate with her, having sex with her. By coming, she will be at home. She will arrange a specific time frame that she want the kids to be over, come over, and as soon as you would come over with the kids, either your kid you may have had by her, if you may have just had one kid by her, or multiple kids by her, she would sneak them off to their bedrooms just so she could be able to become intimate with you all over again, due to how, once again, she may have enjoyed all the sex the two of you had together. Now this will be, of course, while you were with her, whether you may have just casually dated her without being married to her, or you may have happened to be married to her but are no longer married to her due to how toxic of a person she was. Some of you guys still cannot leave. This is one of the main reasons why you can still not leave your exes alone, due to the sex, how good the sex was. Even if your ex, even whether they may have been just your ex-girlfriend, a sneaky link, or your ex-wife. And in some cases, crazy is, I don't know what crazy is, all outdoors. Some of you fellas still cannot, until this day, leave your exes alone due to sexual gratification. And when your current wife, the sex is not adventurous, or in some cases y'all may not role play, and this is on behalf of my brothers, my fellas that may have been with your wives for around 10 plus years, and you may just be tired of the sex. You may not find the sex as exciting anymore, and you may have grown weary, may have became bored being with your current wives. And so in some instances, wives, your current wife who you may have had kids by all over again. Some of you men are with women that are currently with a new wife. To clarify things, once again, you are with your new wife, or your wife that you may have been with X amount of years as a result of divorcing your ex-wife, due to the simple fact that you may have became bored with your current wife. You may be bored with your current wife after divorcing your last wife, but you still cannot leave your last wife alone, who you're currently divorced from, due to the sex. And the same for you women. There are some women, as I speak, that are with men, but that they happen to meet after divorcing the last husband they were with, but can't leave the old husband or boyfriend alone. Men, in some instances, who you may have had kids by, but you're no longer with, but you still may arrange from time to time to have your way with, to have sex with, be intimate with. And in some cases, it may come a case, ladies, whereas you may have arranged to meet up with these men who are now your exes, men who you have actually who you actually have kids with, but you're no longer with. But yet and still, you may arrange to meet up with these men to drop your kids off too. And it may come a case whereas you may happen to meet them in the parking lot of a shopping center and may happen to bring either your brother or your sister along. In other words, either the kid's uncle or auntie along, just so you can be able to have that much more of an ulterior motive. So you could be able to have your way with your ex-husband, so you could be able to sneak off to whichever place you may arrange to, and just so you could be able to become intimate with your ex-husband or boyfriend all over again, due to how you may find your current husband boring in bed, or you may feel like your current husband can't get it up in bed, unlike your last husband who you're currently divorced with, or boyfriend who you're no longer with. These are the main reasons, in a nutshell, folks, why a lot of you are mad, but yet still cannot get over your exes for good. Either your ex-boyfriend, somebody who you may have just been having random hooks up with, or usually ex-husband or wife, due to how good the sex was and how you can't get over how good the sex may have been when your exes. Anyways, that's all I have to say on behalf of this topic. Before I end this video, make sure you first and foremost like the video, you share, you comment on it, last not least, you subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys have a good one.